Hello, hello. Live again with the App Man, Jeremy Callahan. Hey, hope you guys are having a nice night tonight. And we're going to do the live show again, to app or not to app. As always, same format. It's like a live Q&A. If you have any questions or ideas for a mobile app, put them in the comments and we can talk about them. If you're worried about that, email me, jeremycallahan.com. Send me your non-disclosure form and we can have a private conversation if you don't want to put it on there. And we'll go from there. But anyways, talking about apps, everything related to mobile apps, how to make money with mobile apps. Do you have a good idea for a mobile app? If you do, put it in the comments and we'll go from there. So I'll just go on and on and on about some apps tonight. And the first one I want to talk about, it's an interesting thing. It's, a lot of people come to me with ideas for apps. And this week, a guy came to me that I've known for a while, and he actually has an app. And his question was to revive that app, to bring it back into the fold, because what had happened is he had launched the app, he put a lot of time and money into the app, and it didn't take off the way he wanted it to. But it's sitting there. It's a good app. There's a similar company doing the same thing that just got bought for a lot of money. So, should he revive the app was the call he came to me with this week. His app is called Uvite. His name is Pierce. What's up, Pierce? What up, dude? Just going to talk about your app. Actually, I'm going to talk about my app too, because I have this app. It is called Ballpark Waiter. Ballpark Waiter is an app. So when I came up with how I became an app developer is I was a web developer, and I taught myself to be a web developer, and I had kind of saw the handwriting on the wall that all these things were coming out, like 2009, 2010, all these apps were coming out. So I figured I better learn a new skill, to skill up. Y'all need to skill up out there in the internet land. Skill up. Anything you can do to get more skills in your job, do it. So the best way to learn something, at least for me, is to have an idea and turn that idea into something. So I had this idea for an app called Ballpark Waiter. I came up with it when I was at the Giants game. Guy came down to us with a little handheld, put our order in there for beers, a lot of beers that night. And we ordered, and it was cool. We ordered from the guy. But then we had to wait for him again to order another round and run the credit card and do the whole thing. And I was like, well, somebody ought to just have an app for that. This was in 2010. So I had never built an app. So what I did is I just went out and I figured out a way to build the app. And I actually made an app, a prototype of that app. I used to go to all these pitch contests and stuff like that with the app. Ballpark Waiter. Cool little app. Anyways, here it is. It's 2017, almost 2018, and still no one has that app, right? Like, you go to a ballpark, unless you're like I think Atlanta has it, and the 49er Stadium here in the Bay Area might have it. And it just lets you order from your phone, and then somebody delivers food and beer to your seat. Simple concept, right? Problem is, none of these companies, the ballparks, actually it's not the ballparks, what's up, Tony? None of the ballparks want to do in-seat delivery via an app. Why? Because they're selling beers for frickin' $15 a piece, and their kids are going to private school, and everything works really nice. So why do they want to try anything new, right? I don't know. It kind of seems stupid to me. But anyways, that app is still available. Should I revive it? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really need to be revived. We just need one food and beverage company to say, we want to put your app into our venue. So when I talk about revive, it doesn't really need to be revived. It probably just needs one sale, one company to go with it. So I don't know. It's probably worth it. Now, my friend Pierce, his app is called Uvite. The letter U and then VITE. What up, Bob White? What's up, buddy? Anyways, Uvite. It's an app for it. Basically, it's an expiring invite, which you know how it is, like when it's like Wednesday and you're throwing out invites to your friends and you're thinking, hey, on Friday, let's go to the Giants game. Let's go to the baseball game. But then, that's Wednesday. And by like 4 o'clock on Wednesday, you get a better offer to go skiing for the weekend. So, you don't want to like kind of bail out on your old friends. So this app that allows you to create a group event and then it expires. So it says if you don't say, if like 4 people don't say yes to this by 5 o'clock today, it's over. So that's the app. And here's the thing about it, and I'll kind of segue into, like, before you build an app, have a plan of how it's going to make money. Seems like a basic concept, right? Like, but a lot of people don't think about that. They're like, well, like an app like Uvite, right? Like, cool idea, works well, has a lot of cool features. But how do you make cash with that thing, right? Like, how are you going to make money with that? So that's the first question you need to ask, right? Like, how are you going to make cash? And the second one is, how are you going to get people to use it? But don't even bother building it if it's not going to make any money, right? And so a lot of folks still have that same idea. Hey, I'm going to make an app. I'm going to get millions of users. People are going to be on it. And then some company's going to come and buy me up. Dude, you need a lot of users. A lot. You need like 500,000 users. You need 1 million users, regular users, if you think someone's going to buy something. All right, I'm going to read the comments really quick, so because we're getting a few here from Mike Nicholson. Mike Nicholson, what's up, man? I am always more interested in creating apps that would work for my business for various things I wish I had an app for. So, Mike, this is the thing I'm always talking about. So everybody's got, because I was just talking about pie in the sky stuff, going to have all these users. But I always talk to people, I'm like, why are you trying to create a pie in the sky app when you're in this business, whatever business you're in? What business are you in, Mike? Give me a thing. Yeah, so like whatever business you're in, if there's an app that can solve a problem, then you got to build it. In fact, you're a fool if you don't build it, right? Because if you can increase your leads, sells mattresses, okay? You sell mattresses, right? That's a competitive space right now with all these out-of-the-box mattresses. But sounds like you probably need leads. And then the other two, right, leads, and then the other two are reducing manpower or reducing costs. So any app that can do one of those three things, reduce cost. Like if you look at your mattress industry right now, they're reducing costs because they're selling basically a mattress in a box, so they don't need short storerooms anymore, right? So there you go, teamwork type apps. Yeah. So, hey, Mike, get in touch with me. Let's talk and thanks for chiming in, because there's a lot of ways in your business. If you're running a business, you probably know of a way that an app can solve a problem. So then it just becomes a real simple step. If we determine that we can get you more leads, or we can reduce some costs, and we determine that it costs, I don't know, say it costs $60,000 to build you an app to do one of those things. We'll say, for you, increase leads. If we can increase leads, $60,000, how many leads do we have to send you in to make that worth it, to get you $100,000 worth of business, right? So we can do the math on that, and it's simple math. If we can do the math to figure out, hey, here's what we got to do to get you that amount of business, and it only costs you $60,000. It's going to generate $100,000. You got to do it, right? It's simple, super simple. So keep that in mind, right? Because a lot of people like this app Uvite that Pierce did. It's, hey, we're going to get a bunch of users. We have a really effective thing for people to come in and create events and do stuff. But is Groupon going to buy you? Probably not, unless you have a shit ton of users. So keep that in mind. Okay, cool. Let's talk about Mike Middlemark. Congrats on that baby, buddy. Very nice. Jeff Lalich. What's up, Trash Man? How you doing, buddy? Good to see everybody. Again, if you're new to the thread or just checking it out, if you got an idea or a question about an app, throw it in the comments, and we'll answer it live if we can. What's up, Jeff? I love your stuff, man. I like what you're doing. I'm working with Hank now and 2 Market Media. Oh, by the way, pretty cool. Coming up with all kinds of neat stuff now. So, anywho, let's talk about estimating. And I'm not talking about estimating apps. I'm talking about estimates for your business. So I have a buddy of mine, his name is Yovo, and he basically does landscape design, right? So there's a lot of landscapers out there. There's everything from people running crews to mowing lawns to, I don't know, maybe like servicing pools to actually designing your backyard, right? Or actually taking a plan and actually putting that into your backyard. So you have a plan, and then you have to have, somebody actually build it out for you. So we were talking the other night about, when he goes out and does an estimate, right? So he goes out, he looks at the yard, he looks at the space, he takes all kinds of pictures, he takes measurements and everything like that. Then once he has that, he goes back into the studio and he actually, draws up the plan, comes up with 3D renderings, whatever. And so we were talking about it the other night because the data he puts in, like if he gets the data, if he goes out to a job site and he measures everything off and takes all the photographs, he could send that to somebody anywhere in the world to come up with a design for him. Or maybe he could come up with 3 or 4 designs and go to a client and say, hey, here's 3 designs. What do you like? Or combine them, right? So that is the perfect thing for a mobile app. Because imagine, like he's a landscape architect. He's drawing up the plans. And he has to go out. There's periods of time where he has to go out for 3 days straight and go to 20 different houses and look for stuff and then estimate them and hand them back to somebody. So there's a lot of landscape people out there that all they do is take a plan and actually build the backyard, right? So, but all of those people, they would love to have a designer. They would love to have somebody actually go out and do the designs because they're doing all the estimates. So they could go out, they can do the measurements, they can submit the photos, they could put it into the app, right? Everybody has the same exact kind of standard thing when they're doing this work. And then once they put that data in, they click a button, it gets sent to somebody, whoever's going to actually draw up the plans, right? And then the person, and so from Yovo's perspective is he could have all these people sending him business from all over the place, from all over the United States, we'll just say, or Canada, or wherever. And they're sending him in these ideas, or not even the ideas, what the owner wants, the things they like, photos of the yard, photos of, off of Pinterest and things that they like, measurements, and then he just comes up with plans. So he doesn't have to actually go out to job sites. The guys that are actually already at the job site can do it, doing the work. Perfect freaking idea for an app, right? Think of your business, right? Like Mike was saying earlier, Mike Nicholson, he's in a business. He's got an idea of how his business can be better with an app. So change your thinking a little bit. Don't think about an app that millions and millions of people are going to think. Think of where you're at right now and figure out a way to make an app in that business. Get in touch with me. And let's talk about something like that. Okay, I'm going to show you a cool app because I just came across this app, and I've been saying at the end of the shows and some of my videos that hey, apps are saving lives, right? Like the world's a better place because of mobile apps, right? Straight up. And when I say apps are saving lives, check out this app. I got to move it to the screen behind me somehow. Let's see. Okay, this app, I wonder, you can't really see it all that great. This app is called AliveCore, ALIVECOR, AliveCore. And what it is it's this little hardware piece right here, and you put your 2 fingers on it, and it takes an EKG. of you at that point in time. This is for people like have heart problems, and it goes live to your doctor, right? So you could do this if, I don't know how often you have to monitor it, but you're monitoring yourself, and it goes to your doctor. Maybe you do it every day, and then at the end of the week, the doctor can go over the report. Boom, it's got a watch too. Check that out. I mean, how cool is that? The watch actually has a little button right here on the side. Can't see it. AliveCor, ALIVECOR, AliveCor. It was on the news the other day, but I had heard about this, and they actually had a commercial. So apps are saving lives. Apps are changing the world. We're making the world a better place with mobile apps. That's a good one. I don't know. I kind of want to just get that and check it out. I don't really have a need for it, but whatever. Let's talk about sharing. Sharing is caring, y'all. So when we talk about your apps, right? I was talking about it earlier. You got to have a way to make money. Number one, how does it make money? And then number two, when you're planning your app and you have an app idea or anything else out there, you must have a sharing mechanism. No one's going to automatically share your app. I had somebody a couple of weeks ago, and they go, well, the idea is so good, I don't need to do any marketing because people are going to love it so much, they're going to want to share it with everybody they know. What's up, Brant? Dude, give me some good design back in the day. Hope you're doing good up there. Hope all's well with all the shit that's been going on in Sonoma. Sharing, right? So think about that. When you get an app and you install the app and you buy the app, the first thing that people, their natural thing when they're designing an app is they go, okay, somebody gave me their information, they paid, now let's take them to the main guts of the app and let them get to work. Let them listen to music, do whatever they're going to do with it, right? Wrong. You need, after they pay, send them to a page and ask them to share the app. Ask them to. Reward them. Give them $5 off. Give them something, but reward them. Get people to actually share it. Create things on Facebook, email, Instagram, so all your social channels, asking people to share. Reward them for sharing. If your product costs $20 a month and I give you a free month, but because you sent me a customer, awesome for me. Yeah, I had to pay you, I had to give you a free month, but I just got a second customer. And if it's a monthly service, they're going to stick around for a couple months and everybody's going to get paid and make some money. So sharing is caring. Don't expect people to share, right? Like 4,000 friends on Facebook, people that follow me on Facebook. How many of them share this stream? I don't know. Why don't you share this stream right now if you're finding value in it, right? But share it. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, well, my Facebook page is just, it's a personal page and I only put photos on there. That's what most people do. That's why they don't share your app or your product or whatever it is, right? And then the only people that are sharing on Facebook are like the most annoying people you know. Actually, I got some pretty cool people sharing stuff. I'm actually very happy with the people I have on my Facebook feed now because they actually share good stuff. Had to get rid of a lot of people last year during the election. Dude, super annoying. I don't care what your affiliation is. Don't want to see it on Facebook. I want to see cool stuff about business and all this and that. A lot of Bitcoin people out there. They like to share stuff too, I've noticed. Whatever. It's semi-interesting. But anyway, sharing. So you got to have a way to get people to share your apps. Okay. Going to wrap up. Anybody else out there have any cool ideas for a mobile app? Put them in. If you get them in the next minute or so, I'll keep the stream going. If not, I'm going to cut it off on the live Q&A. The thing is if you don't want to put them on the stream, I get it. People are a little sensitive about sharing their ideas. Hit me up, jeremycallahan.com. All the contact information's there. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on this stream over here is Twitter. What do they call that? Periscope. Hit me up, and we can have a private conversation and talk about, how an app can save you money, increase leads, get rid of manpower, make you a lot of money, make you a lot of money, make you money while you sleep. Everybody wants that, right? All right, cool. Happy Tuesday. Have a good night, everybody. And I'll see you next week on the live stream. If you're watching this on a record, feel free to comment, get in touch with me, share, like, all that good stuff. It was great seeing you all tonight in the virtual world. Peace out.